Jack this song up and let me do it tiger style for you, honey. Ooh. A boy who's got problems at home plays with dolls. When he's left all alone, paints his nails. When he talks on the phone, he's called a homo. A girl built with muscles and tats, fixing cars, walking dogs without cats, drinking beers with a bucket of queers. She's called a lesbo. When life throws the dice that he's fortunate too, and towns offer frowns when there's nothing to do. Hey, they jumpstart parties for you to enjoy a baby cocktail and ring that very gay bell. Hey you, are you down in the slump working jobs? Coming on to a dump, make your way to the palace again. The room's full of glitz, the joint's called the Ritz. It's Homo cinema.
Oh God, I just saw your video. I'm still...
That old skank up there? Yeah, that's a friend of ours. She's a skank. And they call her a name that I can't say on stage because I think there's a child in someone's belly out there. But that's the kind of shit we do in Austin. And I think this is why...
I live in LA.
This is... I heard about what's going on in there too. Y'all just do it in cars. We do it by the river. I think that the reason this place is packed up like a shit house is because you represent to us how high we can go with our dreams, Miss Cassandra Peterson. This woman said it all, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know, bouillon. This lady is basically, may I call you a lady? What do you like to go by these days?
Well, it'll be the first time, but sure go
Hot
ahead.
damn, I never get called a lady, and I don't know why. Shut up.
I have an idea.
So I heard one thing I want to know. First of all, she's a redhead. Danger. I heard from a bird with a turd that you were very fascinated as a young man when you saw Anne Margaret. And I'm a big fan of Anne Margaret. The girl can shake them like there's a hurricane up her ass. And you can shake them like you got a hurricane up your ass too.
Well, I do.
She does. Have y'all ever seen her do that thing she does? Oh, I almost lost the baby on that one. But I think it's beautiful that you come from an Aunt Margaret situation.
Thank you.
And do you think that you fulfilled it?
I do. You know, I think I saw Anne Margaret in Bye Bye Birdie. Have any of you guys, were any of you that old?
Y'all know it? Are you homos out there?
All the homos outside. Is this Homo night here?
It's called Hey Homo.
Oh, well, every night is Homo night for Elvira.
Well, nobody can ever do all that you've done for all of us gay men and women here. I understand you are looking for a replacement. How is that going?
Oh, the replacement. Well, it actually wasn't a replacement. I just did this show for Fox last year called Search for the Next Elvira, which was really a big old fake, a big old show. No, it wasn't fake, actually. I am still endeavoring to find a bunch of Elviras because one of the things that... You know, wait a second. I'm working here. I don't come to where you work and unplug the Slurpee machine, do I? I appreciate the appreciation, though. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So anyway, one of the girls, by the way, who won, who was in the top three finalists, is here tonight. Miss Kitty Corbett. She's up there in the balcony. Like I almost did. Anyway, but no, what it was is not to replace Elvira, but to have more Elviras like Santa Claus has more of himself.
You're gonna do another movie? Elvira movie?
Well, I would like to. I'm working actually now on one, an animated Elvira movie, so I don't have to work so hard.
Would you like to say a few words about the film we're about to watch?
Sure, what film is it?
It's Elvira's Haunted Hill.
Oh, okay, Elvira's Haunted Hills. Yes, I'll say a few words. Okay, well this movie was made by me with my money and doing that at home or anywhere else. Yeah, use your own money, never. Okay, and so a very small independent film, and we filmed it in Romania, so you'll see that many of the actors do not speak English. Big mistake again, mistake number 2. And now I am very happy about how the film came out, considering it was a $1 million budget. I mean, that I don't know if you know about $1 million budget, but there's not even enough to, you know, pay the damn craft services for $1 million, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm very proud of it in that consideration, and I'm proud of it that when we opened it, we went to 32 cities in the United States, 32 in about, how many? Oh my gosh, in about 2 months.
Oh.
I did screenings for AIDS organizations in every major city, and that's how we gave them the money, and we got the recognition for the film.
Damn.
So that's the best thing about this.
But because you are the reigning lord of presenting horror movies, it only made sense while you were here in town to have you here for our weekly horror series.
Thank you. I'm used to introducing really crappy films.
So you've probably seen, I mean, you actually watched these movies, of course. You weren't just winging it on the show.
No, I actually had to watch the movies. That was the hard part of my business. Had to actually sit through them and watch them to come up with the lines that we wrote. They were on teleprompter, however. People think I was just making them up on the fly. Actually, we had to sit through the movie 3 or 4 times sometimes. And I want to tell you, there were some of those movies that would send you into a damn coma. So we would watch them, myself and my writing partner, John Paragon.
And some of you guys might know John Paragon as Zombie on Pee-wee's Playhouse. He's Zombie the G.
And John and I were writing partners for 21 years, and we wrote Mistress of the Dark together, and Haunted Hills, and like the TV show, and everything I've done pretty much with John. But anyway.
So if we're just going to do a couple of quick questions because, you know, this is our chance to do it. How did you get started in doing the character and get the show on?
This is the first time I've ever been asked that question.
Never mind.
I was in LA, and I was an actress doing some very fine film work. You may have seen The Working Girls. Yeah, I was doing most of these movies that you're showing here now. And I heard about a horror hosting gig, and I went into it sort of dressed normal, and auditioned, and they were auditioning everybody under the sun. They had an audition ad in the LA Times, so they had people, homeless people, and God, everybody was there. And so I went in, I got the part, and I thought, oh, this is cool, you know, 1 day a week at work, and like $300 bucks. And, you know, the rest of the time I can go out and get acting work, you know, real acting work. And I don't know, started to do it. A friend of mine came up with the costume and the hair and the makeup and everything, and started to do the show. And it just, like, after about 2 weeks, it took off like crazy. It was like, became the TV station's hottest show, which was really, that's not saying much for the TV station. But, you know, the rest is history. That was it.
So, you've seen... Fan number 1 in the house. You've seen probably, I guess, the show ran for a while. You've seen hundreds of movies where there are, you know, college-age women being menaced. So this is one of those types of movies. Do you have, I get asked this almost 20 times with the last question I asked, but what are movies that you think are genuinely good slasher films? Like you recommend to the
Well, you know, I'm not I hate to tell you, I'm not a fan of slasher films. I really, really am not into them. Sorry. But you know, what I am actually into are the old slasher films. With this one will probably qualify. Like the camp, really kind of sick, over the top slasher films that, oh God, what's his name? The director, King of Gore. Herschel Gordon Lewis, for God's sake. He did some amazing slasher movies I thought were the best, with the most blood, the most guts, and then they become too reality based later, too real for me. Just like, oh, it's the 9 o'clock news. I like when they were really, really over the top. So if I had to pick favorite ones, it would definitely be a Herschel Gordon Lewis film.